Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Stuart Gaming. Happy Monday. Don't worry, it's out of the way now. Onwards and upwards. We've just had Prince Gnut drop, our new fusion, our new arguably S-class fusion which has just dropped. Old school fusion, which is collect the champions, rank them up all the way, ascend them all the way, and then rank them up all the way, etc, 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 until we then get to the prince himself to then unlock. And that's how we go. So we get 2 weeks to do that. As you can see, he is here. We've got tons of these little rares to get, and we've also got some void rares, and we've got a void epic and 3 spirit champs to get as well. So bit of a mix. Just over 2 weeks to do it, and there's plenty of stuff going on, which we'll have a look at in a sec. But I just wanted to have a quick ganders at the champ himself. I'm sure you guys have all read through the details, so I'm just going to quickly skim over this. He is pretty much the answer to our finite hard prayers. Yeah, he is a triple hitter and he's a 1, which will on normal give us turn meter reduction, and on hard he'll give us the freeze, and that obviously then gives us the turn meter in the hard mode. He then has AoE, decreased attack, weaken, counter attack on himself, which is kind of cool. So when he gets hit, at least he's going to take a few hits down on the shield. And then he's got another 3 hitter on his A3, which will then decrease the defense up to 30%, and that is also a max HP hit. Now I've seen some vids today, I think El Hades did some, and it was absolutely decimating the level 20 dungeons. There's been talk, especially in my clan and my guys that I talk to, that it probably works too well and could possibly get nerfed. I don't know if they could do that, but it just works so well. I think worst case they'll take it down to a double hit if they do a nerf, because the triple hit, as soon as he gets to go, if you get that, weaken and like a decreased defense and an increased attack, defense or increased defense on him, he's wiping out the boss. It's like a million per hit. It's insane. Plus he does, as you can see on this little thing, counter attack deals 100% of damage instead of 75%, and he's got some accuracy in dungeons, which is great. So that's him. He is a great champ. He looks amazing. His defense as well, so you can stack that up so good. It makes him tanky and it makes him hit super hard. So that's really good. When I looked at the event calendar, I'm just gonna move my noggin out of the way. Let me just shrink me down a bit and get me out of the way a bit. When I where can I go? I can go. I can still go here. It's fine. Sinking. Right. When I looked at this, fairly standard stuff, right? Artifact enhancement, spiders, dungeon divers, champ training. You can obviously, again, you can't see my cursor. I'm moving it about on the screen. You could do a lot of these if you hang around for CVC, which is starting tomorrow, and I totally forgot about CVC, and I've smashed champ training today. But try and hold off if you can for CVC tomorrow. You should have time if you've got the energy and you've got RSO helper or the auto runs and stuff. You should have time to be able to smash it either way to get the champs and to maximize your CVC's points. But the thing that's actually not annoyed me, but really made me worried for the people that either weren't prepared or are free-to-play players, is this fella down here, right? The void. I'm in the way there. The void. The void epic, right? Wergren Suncurse. As you can read at the bottom, this champ cannot be obtained from any of the fusions events or tournaments. So you get these 4 chances in the middle to get the 4 void rares, which you're going to need to then go up to get this void epic. Have a look at these events. First one, Summon Rush. Champ Training, yeah, okay, you can kind of get that. If you're doing Summon Rush, then obviously you're going to get Champ Training. You'll have stuff to level, that's fine. Dungeon Divers is fine. That's going to coincide with some finite ice golem, so that's again okay. But you've got both summon events. Well, 2 of the 3 summon events are on this void guy. So if you are free to play or haven't got the voids to pull, you're really gonna, I think, struggle. Especially if you miss any of these events, right? Or if you don't have the shards saved up for Summon Rush, if you haven't got the voids or the sacred saved up for Summon Rush, or if you don't have, you know, champions from say Doom Tower that you can open up the fragments, or if you because I'm trying to think what would be a ×2, probably be a void. I'm assuming it's going to be a void ×2 on that Friday, the July 14th. So, you know, if you haven't got all these voids saved up, I think you might struggle. If you miss out these, then potentially you're gonna really struggle to be able to get this epic guy and to finish the fusion. The other stuff you could probably get quite easily if you're just doing the standard, you know, running the dungeons and running all the other bits and bobs. But I just think it's kind of a bit of a cheeky and kind of unfair thing to do for the people that don't play it constantly, don't have the resources to get it, or just don't want to, you know, don't want to spend the money to do it. I just think it's very unfair. And yes, they've clearly made him as well. They know we struggle for finite, and they know that there's a very select few champs that work really well in hard finite. So they've created a champ that will work perfectly in finite, is made for finite, and they've pretty much put a price on it. And they're going to say, you need to buy shards or use shards to be able to kind of get it. And, you know, I think that's the way they're thinking. And I think it's a bit unfair, really. I mean, I know they're a company and they're a business and they need to make money and stuff, but I just think it's a bit unfair just to put 2 summon events on the void, and, you know, maybe taking one of those out and just said champ chase on the ×2 void. Friday would have been enough. That would have been plenty, because if it's double void and you're saving for void and you need void rares and you need void epics, this void epic, there's a good chance that you're going to get him. So personally for me, I think I'd say if you are a free to play player, get Clan Boss, Nightmare, Ultra Nightmare hit as much as possible. Start saving the sacred shards. Do not pull any voids on Summon Rush on that Friday the 7th of July. Save all your voids for this July the 14th, which I think is going to be a ×2 void, because you are definitely going to need an extra chance to try and get these guys. If you're kind of like a free to play player or even a low spender, you know, you're going to think about it, you know, if it's $100 to get 25 voids, you know, it's not cheap, and it's a bit unfair. But that's just my point of view. That's my opinion. So there we go. That's the event. I mean, the rest of the stuff is pretty standard. Just go if you can find us on Twitter. The guys put this on their the Plarium guys put this on the website. You can just go for each of these. Try to always try to double up. That's what I do. You know, you look at Spider. I haven't hit Spider today because I know Dungeon Diver is going to pop out on the next day. So Tuesday, 10-11 a.m. that's going to sort of go live. That's when I'll hit Spider. Classic Arena, we've had the weekend refresh. Your defense team should hopefully be someone crap that everyone can hit. So you'll be dropping down in Classic Arena. So then come Thursday, you can change your defense and then start hitting all these rubbish teams as well. So that'll then build you up in the Classic Arena. Champ training, I mean, as I say, I've smashed it already, but you can do that as and when. That's 5 days worth. You can probably, I think you need 7,000, 8,000 points. Again with Dragon's starting a little bit later, but still coincides with Dungeon Divers. So So yeah, I mean, yeah, just again, that's just the thing. Ideally, you want to try and hit 2 at once. That's just the best way of doing it. Don't just because it pops. Don't just sit there and do it. I mean, do what you want. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just saying ideally, that's probably the better way of doing it. Anyway, enough preaching. So there we go. That's new. He looks incredible. He looks fantastic. But you know, I think some free-to-play players who aren't prepared are really gonna struggle. I say I left RSL. I went to the gym this afternoon. I left RSL helper running from all of the ancient shards I pulled. You know, I'm pretty much done with that already. This is just this afternoon's action. Just letting RSL. I think I did like 400 runs on RSL helper in 12.3 on brutal. You know, I haven't got much. I'll save that for tomorrow. Get that. Gets me another book for CVC. Artifact enhancement. I've done a few, but again, I'll wait now until tomorrow. I've got plenty of silver. Dungeon Divers kicks off, so 13 hours is going to be 11 a.m. tomorrow. That kicks off, so then I'll hit Spider. I'm not worried about winning the tournament. If the tournament had another rare up here, then yeah, I'd probably try and go for winning. As it doesn't have it, all I want to get is to don't feel you got to max it. Again, also I find with these events, if you haven't got legendary at the top, I don't bother going for it. Yes, these are fine, these are alright. But if it's not Lego stuff, I don't bother anymore. I really don't bother. But just get your 2,750. Even get your 2,250 if you're not fussed about a 4-star chicken. To be honest, I'm not fussed. I've got tons of bloody chickens now sitting there. So I'll just take it to 250 and leave it. That's fine by me. Just have to see how many points we need in Dungeon Divers, but there's plenty of other stuff to do. Dungeon Divers, remember Dungeon Divers works with campaign as well, so you'll be doing that as you're leveling up all your champ training, so don't forget that. What else is going on? Not much really, guys, not much. That's it really. I just want to do a quick video just to say about Gnut and how cool he is and how great he is, but also the fact that I think some people are going to struggle with regards to the void element part of it. But my advice, save all your void shards until that ×2 void, I think on the 14th of July. Use your sacred shards, mystery shards on this Friday for the summon rush. Don't use your voids, guys. Save them up. Free to play or if you're low spend, save your voids for that ×2. That'll give you a good chance of getting the rares and the epics. Then okay, that's it, guys. That's what I want to do. So I'll good luck with the fusion. I'm 100% going for him, and I'll catch you in the next vid. Cheers, guys. Bye.